5 fists, okay? Now we've already covered splitting fist and drilling fist, Quan and Quan. Today we're going to show you Beng Quan, which is wood fist. Okay, now the first, just a little review, splitting was the downward strike, drilling was the upward strike. Beng Quan is going to be more of what we consider a classical punch. Most of the time in a lot of standardized karate systems, the punch is like this. But if you look at some more really traditional like systems like Hsing, the punch is more of like a Hsing punch, a crushing fist punch. Okay. Now, some differences. Well, one, the footwork is still in a straight line back and forth for the form. And one thing I want to tell you about these forms, these forms are not like a have-all, end-all. I mean, when you're fighting a guy, you're just not going to be going straight forward, back and forth. As I'm going to show you with the hexagon footwork, everything's connected and you can mix up everything, okay? And one thing, the forms are basically, most of the time, people back in the day were really good at this stuff. A lot of them couldn't read or write, and so the form was their way of cataloging it, of canonizing it, sort of in a way, where it can be passed on, to students and disciples and such. Well, also in Hsing, no movement is wasted. There is a reason for every single movement, no matter how subtle. There's a combat application usually. In some styles and forms, there's been some stuff thrown in that really you can't use in a fight, and sometimes it's just filler. Hsing's forms are very short, no matter whether it's a 12 animal, one of the 12 animals, or the 5 elements. All the forms are pretty short. So let's get started. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to perform crushing fist, and I'm going to kind of go off this way. So here I am standing. Back up just a little bit. I'm kind of on an incline here, so. Okay. If any of this seems kind of strange to you, go back and review. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to clench our fists. And the clench is tension, okay? You don't want to softly, you're grabbing somebody, you want to grab them, okay? Clench, but don't really be real firm, but not hard. Okay, the very first step is just a step forward, okay? Now, if you noticed on that, I punched when the back foot came up. That's okay. Now this one, I'm going to punch like that. Okay? Now I'm kind of moving off the camera here a little bit, so I'm going to straighten up. Okay? Now, alright? Okay? Now if you notice, my feet are together, my knees are together. Now it's okay if your knees are a little bit apart. I prefer to do it like this because I can squeeze a little more power out. Okay? Now, once you've reached the maximum extent of travel, you're going to punch with your right hand. You don't have to move your legs, just make sure the right hand's out there. Then, the same turning that we've seen in all the other forms. Now, this is where it gets different, okay? You're going to come up, dip, and go into the dragon posture. Come up, clench again. Punch, punch, punch. Back here, dragon posture. Go down and punch. Okay, now to close, you're going to step back, and I'm going to detail this all in diagrams. Wash off, forward, step up, and close. Okay. punch, punch. Dragon posture, punch, punch. Okay. Wash off. And there. Now I want to talk to you about this. This wash off is a step back and you slide this foot back while punching out. Okay? Bring that hand up and then you just come forward, step forward, and close. That's crushing fist, okay? The hit, strike can come when either the front foot hits the ground or when the back foot follows and hits the ground. The feet are flat on the ground. You're not talking about a chicken step here, okay?